Imagine you are handling accounting for your US e-commerce business. Imagine you are imagine imagine you are handling accounting for an e-commerce business based in US. Well, on a on your Stripe database, you see that a company has made a sale of $10,000 this week. Very well done. But when you check the account, when you check the bank details, when you check the passbook, you see the balance shows only 9,650 US dollars that has been received. Now the question is, where did the remaining money go? Is it the mistake of a bank? Is the Stripe deduct something? Or is there a refund that was not recorded? Well, this is exactly where bank reconciliation becomes extremely important. Today, I will explain bank reconciliation for a US e commerce based business that uses Stripe as a payment processor. For professionals, you want to work with international clients, especially in bookkeeping or accounting, they are very much necessary to understand these payment platforms like Stripe. Now, if I have to explain Stripe, which I am going to in the later slide, this is a very used platform by the US e-commerce businesses. In this session, I will explain, and after this session, you get to know what bank reconciliation means, how the stripes, how the stripes helps, or how the stripes appears the transaction in their platform, how we match them with bank statements, and some common reasons why this mismatch happens. Because the question is, if I received $10,000 and my bank account gets the payment of $10,000, then there's a problem. Why we need bank reconciliation, or why we need the bank reconciliation statement? So, this is where I'm talking about bank reconciliation for US e commerce business using Stripe. So, let's begin. So, first of all, if I have to say what bank reconciliation means, then bank reconciliation is a very simple concept. Starting, imagine there is a company named Chintu Limited. Chintu Limited has their bank account in HDFC Bank, and there is a company named Chinti Limited. Funny name. Chinti Limited has to pay $2,000 to Chintu Limited. So they pay via a check that has been made by Chinti Limited on the name of Chintu Limited. Now Chintu Limited gets the check on 31st of May. Chinti Limited makes their accounts on 31st March because it is the year end, the financial year end. And they write that I paid $2,000 to Chintu Limited. But because 31st March is a holiday and 1st of April is a Sunday. So that is why Chintu is not able to demand payment on the basis of that check. So what's happened? So Chintu Limited go on 2nd of April or any other later on date, and they give the check to the bank. The bank gives the payment, and Chintu makes an entry in their books, because every company, every person, every company makes their own book, that this I have this money, I do not have this money. So every company makes a business, every company makes the profit out of it, and every company writes the profit in their internal bank account system. So Chintu, in their own virtual book, in their own virtual diary, you can say, which is known as cash book. In practical languages, or the company's internal financial book or records. So Chintu enters the record that I have received 2000 US dollars. But when the entry is being made, it is shown that Chinti Limited states that they have $2000 less in their bank account, but their passbook, I think we all know what passbook is. We all have bank account. So passbook means the bank statement which bank says that this is the correct statement. This is the amount that you have. These are the list of transactions that you did. So this is the correct amount. This is bank states. So the passbook says you have $2000, but Chinty Limited own account says you don't have $2000. So where did the money go? This is where bank reconciliation statement is used. It is nothing but a comparison, a matching, a reconciliation, or match. Match to whom? To compare with whom? Match the company's internal cash book to the passbook of the bank. That there are a difference. So what is the difference and why there is a difference? And this is just an example. There are many reasons, like bank states that I'll give you the interest of the payment, you have to receive it, but you don't enter in your cash book in your account. Bank state there is some other statement that you have to do, but you don't do. So this is how bank reconciliation works. Now, bank reconciliation is a very important process. Imagine you are handling accounting for a US ego. Ima- imagine, imagine. चार पाँच दो हो गए, हाँ करेक्ट. छः और सात दो हो गए, हाँ करेक्ट. चार पाँच दो हो गए. Imagine you are handling accounting for a US e-commerce business. On your Stripe dashboard, you see that the company has a sale of $10,000 a week. Very well. But when you check the bank account, the bank shows that there is only $9,650 received. Now the question is, where did the remaining money go? Did the bank made a mistake? Did the Stripe deduct something? Or is there any refund that was not recorded? So, this is exactly where the bank reconciliation becomes extremely important. Today, I'll explain the bank reconciliation and, of course, the Stripe as a payment processor. It is very well helpful for professionals who want to work with international clients, especially in bookkeeping or accounting or the supporting roles. So, let's start it. First of all, started with what bank reconciliation means. So let's take a very good example. Imagine there's a company name uh, Chintu Limited. So Chintu Limited, because we are starting bank reconciliation, So imagine there is a company named Chintu Limited. Now Chintu Limited has to owe some money, and they have to pay the money to Chinti Limited. So on 31st of March, Chintu Limited made a check on the name of Chinti Limited and gave it to him. And of course, every company, every human being also, we have their own diary. We have their own record. So Chintu Limited has their own diary because it is a company. It has their own internal diary for the record purposes, that this amount is being deducted to our account. I have this total amount. These are the expenses. These are the liabilities. Chintu Limited has a diary, which is the Chintu Limited's internal financial records, that is known as cash book. So Chintu Limited files an entry. Chintu Limited writes in their virtual book. Generally, it is virtual nowadays. So Chintu Limited said that in my internal record, they write that 2,000 rupees, $2,000, whatever the currency is being deducted from their account and went to Chinti Limited. Chintu Limited has their account on HDFC, but because they issued the check on 31st of March, and Chinti Limited, because 31st of March it is the year end and also a holiday, for some reason do not went to the bank to demand the check. On 1st of April 2026, there's a Sunday, and on next day, let's say 2nd of April, let Chinti Limited to demand the check. On 2nd of April, Chinti Limited went to the bank and asked for money. The bank give the money into the account of Chinti Limited. Now the question arises, what happened now? Because the financial year changed. This is just an example. Now, when we see the records of Chintu Limited's bank, let me be very clear, Chintu Limited. So Chintu Limited on 31st of March writes that 2000 money is being deducted. But on 2nd of April, its bank actually paid the money to Chinti Limited, or actually transferred the money in the name of Chinti Limited. So in the passbook, now everybody know what is passbook. Passbook is a bank statement. Bank states that these are all the transactions that you have did. This is the total amount that you have. This is the last transaction that you have did. So this is the amount. And specifically, it is a rule in bank reconciliation, and the rule that I'm going to tell you is the rule book. The passbook is the rule book. Whatever written in the rule book, whatever written in the passbook, I'm saying rule book in my own language. Passbook is the document that needs to give superiority. If there is an amount in passbook, that is the actual amount, and we have to obey the passbook. This is the rule in bank reconciliation. So now the bank reconciliation comes, because 31st March, this is a closing day. Financial year comes to an end. Chintu Limited maintains their record. They shows that this is my record. They say this is my record. And when there is like an auditor come, like any other person come, or income tax department come for any purpose, Chintu Limited says that this is my internal financial record, my checkbook. In this record, it is written 2000 US dollars deducted, but actually the passbook says $2,000 is not deducted. So where is, because in a year there are many transactions. So in which day, how this difference is being created, that is what you need to show. Now, in this particular scenario, this is an example. There are many examples, and when bank reconciliation come into picture, it is nothing. It is nothing but a critical process of comparing. What is comparing? It compares the internal financial record of a company, which is a virtual record, because nowadays we all are in a virtual reality. This is a virtual record which we named as a cash book. So we are comparing the cash book of a company, the internal financial record that the company make, that this is my financial record as per my own wisdom. This is my financial record with the bank statement. What do you mean by bank statement? The cash book. So the cash book. These all are the records that is compared, and if there is a difference, we need to get a bank reconciliation statement, a BRS, from the bank. So it is a process. The process is essential for maintaining accurate bank details. The process is very much essential for making an accurate bank detail. This is very much important. Now, the if you have to say, a Stripe database is there, which is generally used by the US e-commerce. Now, what is Stripe? So Stripe is nothing but a payment platform. It is nothing but a payment platform that helps all types of businesses to accept payments, build flexible billings model, and manage money movement. So why this matters? Because it prevents costly accounting errors, it ensures tax reporting, it protects fraud and theft, and it prevents, or it provides, not prevent, it provides peace of mind. So now the next question is the core records, the core mismatching. The first of all, the primary thing that I am going to state, is there any other reason for bank to issue the bank reconciliation? And why do we need bank reconciliation? So the question looks like my system is not also going to be very happy with this system.